Good morning, everyone. This is Rahul Sharma, a Vedic practitioner from Chicago. Today, I have a very special series I'm starting. So, let's start with the prayer. Om Shuklambaram Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasanavadanam Dhyaye Sarva Vignopashantaye. This mantra is for Lord Vishnu. It talks about if you are going to understand and follow Lord Vishnu, a Sahasranaam is 1,000 names, you will get rid of any hurdles in your life. And how is that going to happen? Let's talk about that. So Vishnu Sahasranaam, Sahasra means 1,000 in Sanskrit to Hindi, and there are 1,000 hidden powers of human brain through the teachings of Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya, my Gurudev, and Mata Bhagavati Devi Sharma. Gurudev has been teaching through his morning meditation for several years, which I have been listening for last 36 years, but it never triggered my mind that all those things are similar together and there's a lot of detailed science behind it. So I'm going to start this series from today. Today is just the introduction. So we are also going to connect this 1,000 names of Vishnu with the 1,000 fins of the Sheshnag on which Vishnu is residing, and that also relate to the 1,000 dormant brain powers, because we are talking about the same epicenter, which is the center of the brain. As you go from here and go from here, that is the epicenter for the Sahasranam or Sahastra Kamal, which Gurudev has mentioned. So we're going to talk about that, and for detailed videos so that you don't miss anything, make sure that you subscribe to my video channel of @Gurudev Gayatri. And let's talk about what was the origin of this one. So origin happened with the Bhishma Vach. What was the mantra at that time? Jagdaprabham Devadevam Anantam Purushottamam Stuvannam Sahastren Purushah Sattotitah. So Bhishma Pitama recited these 1,000 names of Vishnu to Yudhishthir while he was lying on a bed of arrows at the Kurukshetra. Those who read Mahabharata or watch Mahabharata TV serial, they're aware of this story. His final gift to humanity, Bhishma Pitama, is this 1,000 names of the Vishnu, a complete map of divine human potential. So how this structure? This 1,000 names of Vishnu across 107 shlokas or verses. Each name is a precise Sanskrit word encoding a specific divine quality. It's not a mythology alone, but encoded psychology and neuroscience. And I will try to connect best based on my reading, understanding of Gurudev's literature in last 36 years. From the Gurudev's lens, Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya decoded these names as 1,000 dormant human brain capabilities. When activated through sadhana, swadhyay, and seva, the human becomes the Lokmanav, a universal person. Now, why 1,000 names and 1,000 brain powers? The Sahastra Chakra, as the name mentioned, the 1,000 petal lotus, Gurudev taught in Kundalani Mahashakti Evam Uski Sansiddhi. This is a book, all books are written in Hindi by Gurudev, and that's the reason why I was inspired to start doing this series with English narration. I cannot translate what he has written, but I can always narrate based on my understanding. So in this book, he talked about the Karan Sharir, the causal body, and causal body has its epicenter in the center of the brain. In the awakened state, it blooms like a 1,000 petal lotus, and activating the Astha, Bhakti, Shraddha, and the deep compassion for all beings. That is true Vishnu type character. This is the brain's ultimate integration hub. Integration between whom? Between ourselves and the universal consciousness, connecting all neural network into one unified field of the awareness. Now what Sheshnag has to do? The 1,000 fins in that serpent on which you have seen picturized Vishnu resting on that. Lord Vishnu resting on Sheshnag, the 1,000 hooded serpent, represents the consciousness. Vishnu equals to divine awareness, who is resting on the fully activated brain potential. 1000 fins equals to 1000 dormant neural capabilities, which you're going to learn in my 1000 upcoming videos. Gurudev decoded that when all 1000 capabilities are awakened, the human becomes a super being, capable of providing all living pleasures for the family, for the society, and the world. And I have seen the example right in front of the Gurudev, without going to school, college, just by awakening this Sahastra Kundalini in his causal body as of now. He is able to provide the millions of people of Gayatri Parivar what they need in terms of protection, in terms of their bread and butter. So Vishnu Sahasranaam, why it come into as a curriculum? Each of the 1000 names is one specific awakened human faculty. Together they form a complete curriculum of the human excellence, from the system thinking, which is Vishwam, to the moral clarity, to the Bhutatma. The series map all 1000 names to modern brain science and real world heroes, grounded in Gurudev's rationale of Vigyan based spirituality. We call scientific spirituality, which is he's founder of this concept of scientific spirituality. No blind faith and complete pure transformation. And that's what attracted me in 1989 towards the Gayatri Parivar. The Karan Sharir and the brain science. So when Gurudev has talked about the scientific spirituality with no blind faith, he talked about the Panch Kosh Sadhana. Panch means 5, Kosh means the center, and he talked about the Annamay Kosh, the physical body for any hormones and enzymes. Then he talked about the Pranamay Kosh, our energy body with the bioelectricity. The Manomay Kosh is the mental body, which is biomagnetism. The Vigyanmay Kosh is our intellect body with the intuition and our wisdom. And then the Anandmay Kosh, the bliss body. When reticular activating system, you always feel happy in every circumstances, every situation. The Karan Sharir, the causal body, as I mentioned, located at the epicenter of the brain. The Karan Sharir stores eternal sanskar, the soul impressions from all past lives. So there's a very good book written by Gurudev on the law of karma. That way you will understand how all those sanskars, what we are doing now, versus what we did in the past birth, they are all stored in our as an eternal sanskar or soul impression in our epicenter of the brain. In the dormant state, the Sahastra is like a closed bud. But through sadhana, swadhyay, and seva, and Gurudev's daily meditation on the early morning rising sun, its capabilities encoded in the Vishnu Sahasranaam. मनुष्य के अंदर 1000 दिव्य शक्तियां सोई हुई हैं इन हिंदी. विष्णु सहस्त्रनाम उनको जगाने की कुंजी मीन्स की है. So inside every human being there are 1000 divine powers lie in dormant state. Vishnu Sahasranam is the key to awaken them. That doesn't mean that just by chanting or listening Vishnu Sahasranam without understanding the meaning of it and just going through the motion of listening or chanting in Sanskrit is going to awaken that. You have to start learning, understanding true meaning, connecting the dots, and you have to start awakening those by reading the recommended books in my series, which you will be keep learning from every single part. So let me give you a couple of structure why this series. Gurudev has always talked about the Vichar Kranti Abhiyan, the ancient wisdom, modern language. Gurudev Vichar Kranti, his thought revolution was not about converting people to ritual. It was about awakening human potential through the rational, scientific understanding of the Vedic wisdom. This series translates 1000 names into English, Hindi, and Gujarati for global audience. Vedic science plus neuroscience together. So every name, as Gurudev always wanted to have scientific spirituality, so every name will map to a specific verified brain function or human faculty. This is the Gurudev's own teaching that the Rishis encoded neuroscience in symbolic language 5000 years ago. Real heroes, real evidence. Each name is brought to life through modern heroes, the politicians, the scientists, the athletes, the artists, and Gen Z leaders, who consciously or unconsciously activated these divine qualities and changed the world. You may not find every single leader has awakened all thousands of those activities, but at least they have awakened one or two of them, but that has made them a world leader, and you will understand by reading their story through me. No blind faith required. So Gurudev wrote, जो तर्क की कसौटी पर खरा उतरे वही सच्चा धर्म है. So everything what you have seen in Gurudev's book, in Karam Kand Bhaskar, any rituals, because there are some very strong logics which nobody can deny. Only those things we are going to talk. Same thing in the series of these 1,000 videos. Whatever makes sense to you in terms of the logic which I will provide you through my learning about Gurudev, only accept those. Every teaching in this series is grounded in the logic, science, and the lived evidence. So in my structure you will find I will talk about the name, translation, Gurudev's teaching, brain science, world heroes, recommended books, and your action. That's why I'm going to complete 1,000 videos, one name per week every Saturday. So get ready for that, and we're going to talk about that. But since those who are listening first time about it, and you will keep listing the name of my Gurudev Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya, a quick short introduction about them. He's founder of All World Gayatri Parivar, headquartered at Shanti Kunj. He was born in 1911 and left his body in 1990 with 75 years unbroken science. He has written 3,400 books, an unmatched library legacy in the history of Indian spirituality, on top of the pure Hindi translation of all the four Vedas, 100 in Puran, and he wrote his own one Puran, we call it Pragya Puran. So he founded All World Gayatri Parivar with almost 150 million members as of now, with 3,500 centers worldwide. He also established Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, the first university combining modern science with Vedic wisdom, whose current vice chancellor is Dr. Chinmay Pandya, who has visited US multiple times and UK and other countries. And you can watch him also on YouTube. Akhand Jyoti magazine, which is again in Hindi and many other local language, founded in 1938 with 4+ million readers, still published monthly. And he also established a research center, we call it Brahmvachar Research Center, the world's first lab for scientific study of yagna, mantra, and meditation. I have been there multiple times, so I can speak with confidence and with the truth. Thank you. Looking forward to speak to you every Saturday.